Hey everybody, my name's Jasmine. You can call me Nurse Jasmine. I am super excited to be making this video. I've been sleeping on YouTube for way too long. I have wanted to kickstart this YouTube channel again for a really long time, and now that I am in my nursing career, I think I have a reason to do just that. So today I wanted to talk about accelerated nursing. It's the route that I took. It's something I did not know too much about before I had started it. One of my professors actually recommended it to me when I was kind of like in this whole I don't know if I want to go to med school era. But anyways, that is a story for a very different time. If you see me looking down, I actually have some notes in front of me that I'm going to be going off just to make sure I hit all the important stuff and don't leave anything out for you guys. So there's pretty much, from my knowledge, again, I just want to put this out there. Everything that I'm sharing is just based on my experience, my personal opinions, and, you know, the journey that I went to, the research that I did to get to where I am today. So as you can see, I am a CVICU nurse. I did come into the CVICU as a new grad, which that's a story for another time. I'm definitely going to share that journey with y'all, but for now I'm just going to kind of talk about how I got here. So from my understanding, there are two options. You can go the accelerated bachelor's route, or you can go the accelerated master's route. I decided I already have a bachelor's degree. I'm going to go the accelerated master's route. Mind you, the requirement for both of these, any accelerated nursing program, is that you have to have a bachelor's degree. Bachelor's can be in art history, it could be in molecular biology, it could be in neuroscience, it could be in anything. My bachelor's is in psychology. I graduated as a pre-med psych major, and I learned very quickly after graduation that I did not want to be in the psych specialty, so that's also a story for another time. Look at me, I'm always finding ways to go on a tangent, but I'm going to do my absolute best to stay focused for you. There are not very many differences between the bachelor's or master's degree. They are so similar that really the only thing that makes them different was that the master's, some MSN programs, because it's graduate level, it's a graduate degree, some wanted the GRE. My program did not require it, and I looked for programs that specifically did not require GRE because, let's be honest, I didn't feel like that pertained to nursing, so I'm not taking a GRE. It's that simple. I also didn't have the time, patience, or finances to prep for that. But the program I did, which was the Magellan program at Mount St. Joseph University, that did not require a GRE. I have noticed some schools are taking that requirement off because, let's be honest, a GRE does not pertain to nursing. Personal opinion. To find these programs, you're going to go to the NursingCast website, nursingcast.com. I mean, that's where I found all my programs, but when you do apply to nursing schools here, you know, modify your filters. I knew I wanted a master's degree, so focus mainly on the master's, but still had some bachelor's programs just in case, because I wasn't entirely sure how it would go in terms of acceptance. You can see school stats on NursingCast, but I will say that if you do apply to a school strictly through this website, you need to also go to that school's website, go to their nursing programs page, and see if they also require a supplemental application on the school website itself. A lot of schools do that. It can get a little costly, so make sure you're applying to schools that meet your demands. You know, tuition, duration, what you get in the end, you know, what you have to pay for out of pocket. These are all things to heavily consider when applying. A lot of these programs are going to be 4 semesters long. I've noticed that's kind of the average. I've seen some ABSN programs that are 3 semesters, and I don't think I have it in me to do a 3-semester nursing school program. That just sounds, my kudos will go to you. My program was 16 months. Because I started in the summer and ended in the summer, I was in for about 14 and a half, 15 months, so it was like accelerated on top of accelerated with those summer semesters that are already shortened, so that's also something to consider. It was difficult, yes, in terms of like staying task or you have to be task oriented, you have to be on top of your time management, you cannot fall behind because it's just go, 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 go. They are also consecutive semesters, so don't expect too much time off. I was not really working, work part-time. Working full-time, if you have to and you do it, I give you all my respect. It's hard because like you really have to be absorbing this content. You're gonna have 4 years of a traditional bachelor's education condensed into like less than 2 years, and it's a lot. Speaking of 2 years, there are some 2-year programs. Those are typically part-time for people who do need to work full-time while they're in school. So that option is out there for you also. There are some online schools, but even though the academia portion will be online, you're still going to need to go to a hospital and stuff for your clinicals and your preceptorship, and they might have you come to a site for skills labs. I'm not entirely sure because I didn't do an online program, but from what I've gathered about the online programs, that's how it's going to flow typically. The cost of these programs vary vastly, but I would say the average tuition price that I've seen is $40,000 to $60,000. Damn! My program was about $45,000, I think. In the Magellan program, we had a lot of out-of-pocket costs that I was not entirely expecting. We had to pay for our own books, our own tools like your stethoscope, shoes. You had to pay for uniforms, you had to pay for lab coats that we literally never used but was a requirement. We had to pay for our drug screens, we had to pay for our background checks, and we had to pay for all of our NCLEX prep. That a lot of us were kind of not expecting that, but at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. You do what you got to do, and we pushed through and we made it. So those are things to consider definitely in your interviews. You know, ask people, ask the program directors, whoever you're interviewing with for these programs, you know, what kind of out-of-pocket costs to expect. I will also say ask about diversity, because I moved from a very liberal, open, we love and accept everyone area to a very conservative, traditional, like, stick to your own kind. There's still a lot of like, you know, tangent, I'm not going to go there, but I did ask about the diversity, and I do see the school trying, and you can tell it's taken them a long time to get to where they are, but they're trying. And yeah, so it was different going from a school that has like 100,000 students to a school that had literally less than 2,000, I think. So yeah, courses differ just a little bit between the ABSN and the MSN in the sense of when you do that MSN, that master's degree program, they're going to give you these master level classes where I remember we took like 700 level classes, 800 level classes, and they were all filler courses. It wasn't anything that was like extremely intense. I mean, we just did some presentations, we did a lot of research, we wrote some papers, but it was usually like a group paper, so nothing that is going to be like, nothing to really stress about. In the moment, you're probably going to be stressing, but let's be honest, that's because you're in school and you also have like 50 million other things going on while you're also trying to do those tasks. But that's the difference there. With the bachelor's program, it's a bachelor's degree, so you're still going to do all your typical classes. They might have their own type of filler courses. I just know from my personal experience in the master's program that... Sorry, my dog was barking. Don't mind me. See, now I don't remember what I was saying. The classes are very similar. You're going to have the same core classes. You're going to be taking, you know, your med surg classes, your pharmacology classes, your peds, OB, mental health. All that stuff is going to be the same. Every program just might throw its own little filler courses in there. Again, they're very similar. An ABSN and an MSN, in the end, they're both going to prepare you for taking your NCLEX, and you're going to be eligible to get your RN license. An employer might look at your resume and see, wow, you have your MSN, and it's like, great, that's awesome. But at the end of the day, between a BSN and an MSN accelerated student, you both are bringing experience outside of nursing to the table. And so I will never look at myself as better than anyone else just because of the level of a degree I have. And if you do go the accelerated bachelor's route, don't ever, 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 ever feel like you are any less valuable or less educated because you decided to get another bachelor's degree. These programs are essentially the same. I will say, if you want to be a nurse practitioner, oh, there's my dog. If you want to be a nurse practitioner, there are programs where you actually can begin as soon as you get your RN license without any experience. I have friends who are personally in these programs. Me, I would not, just because I would want to have some experience under my belt, and I just want to know what I'm doing. And right now, as a baby nurse, I don't. So I couldn't imagine trying to go to school to be a nurse practitioner and have even more responsibility. Plus, I think it's really good for NPs to have that experience to fall back on, because I've seen it in my own practice. I've seen the difference between NPs with experience and NPs without experience. And let's just say one tends to lean on their experienced RNs more than the other, if you pick up what I'm putting down. But yeah, that's it. I mean, if you guys have any questions, I hope I hit all of the important factors that you want to consider when you are going for an accelerated nursing program. But if I missed anything, if you're still curious about something, please, please, please feel free to reach out. My resources are your resources. That's just the type of person that I am. I want to see us all win. I want to see everyone thrive. I want to see us all grow. And I think that this educational option is beautiful. It's very nice. It opens up a lot of doors for people. And especially people who do actually have a passion to help others. So follow me on Instagram, Nurse Jasmine on Instagram. You guys can reach out to me there also. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't mind me, I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube vlogger life. So my lingo might be a little funny when I'm trying to say all the hip things. I could be a little bit of a goof and oddball, but hey, that's life. Aren't we all just a little weird? And if you're not weird, I don't think I trust you. Personal opinion. Just saying. Anyways, you guys want to see my dog? He's getting so big. This is Carlos. Bye, everybody. Wait. Okay, I know this is the part for bloopers, but I forgot something so vital and important, and I was sitting here debating with myself. I'm like, do I just post it the way it is, or do I go back and put my sweatshirt on and try to fill it in where it seems appropriate, or do I just do what I'm doing now and let everyone know the prerequisites for an accelerated bachelor's or accelerated master's program? They are the same. And when I say prerequisites, I'm just talking about your classes. You will need to take a microbiology course, a nutrition course, a pathophysiology course, anatomy and physiology, statistics. Very late. I'm very tired. I really hope I didn't forget anything. This will vary by school and program. Some schools will require you to have like a religious course or a history course because they're just very prestigious, and that's just their requirement. Some programs may want you to have like an ethics course, a philosophy course, because they just feel like that goes with nursing. So get those classes in if you know this is the route you want to take, and I truly, truly wish you the absolute best of luck. You got this.